When you're going through a struggle in your marriage, it's really hard sometimes to find a reason to commit to it. It's hard to find an expert who will actually stand with you and go through the struggle with you. But in fact, a lot of experts do believe that you should go through the struggle. A lot of experts do believe you should fight for your marriage, that marriage is worth fighting for. And I'm one of those experts. I'm a marriage advocate, and that means I absolutely think you should fight for your marriage. I made a video a while back, and it was called Why You Must Commit to Your Marriage. It's because marriage takes commitment. A lot of people go, well, we love each other, we're going to get married. But that goes away fast. That's a very fast-paced love. Love takes a long time, and it deepens with years. When you nurture a marriage, the love gets deeper. It's deeper emotionally, it's deeper intimacy, it's deeper faith, it's deeper all the different pillars that make a marriage so healthy. It deepens, but it takes a long time. And the main ingredient to get that is a commitment to the marriage. But yet it's so difficult to commit when you're in a struggle in marriage, because it's so tempting to just say, let's just start over. Let's get out of this. It's not going to work. But I'm going to give you some reasons that I think it is important to fight for it. Reasons why I think you should hang in there. And these reasons are especially because when you come to a crossroad in your marriage where it looks easier to get out, there's usually one partner that if they just know there's some hope, they will hang on. And I'm talking to that partner now. The first thing I want you to know is when you're in that crossroad, your spouse is feeling hopeless too. Basically, when people want to quit their marriage, their feelings are based on everything coming in as negative. They have negative emotion, they're not getting any positives, they're hearing a lot of criticism, you're hearing a lot of criticism, both partners are feeding each other negativity. And that's because their environment, they're surrounded by an environment that's making them feel negative, hopeless, like this is what they got to get out of it. But you can recreate an environment. You can work with a therapist and create a positive environment. It's going to mean changes, but let's face it, you're going to have to change if you get a divorce too. So when your partner is feeling hopeless and suggests a divorce, it's important you hold on and go, wait a minute, let's think this over, let's step back. Let's see if we can talk to someone. Secondly, your spouse may be trying to convince you that a divorce is easy. It's the easy way out. I'm going to tell you, I've gone through divorces with clients. They are not easy. They are anything but. And if you think it's easy peasy, I'm going to tell you some ways that it's really not. Number one, you're going to have to go through all your finances, and you're not only going to have to go through it, you're going to have to sit down and diligently plan what you're going to do. Secondly, if you have kids, you're going to have to work out custody. Third, you have to learn to be single again. What's that going to be like? What are you guys going to do? Now, when your partner presents that divorce might be an easy way out, they already may be involved with somebody else. That has to stop. Anybody who is tempted to tempt you is probably being tempted from somebody on the outside, and that's important. It's also important that you understand there is collateral damage with divorce. It's not only affecting you and your partner, it's affecting your kids and anybody else related or friends with you. You're going to have to go through the grieving process with your kids and watch them struggle with the breakup of their home. Number three, don't let anybody fool you. Divorce isn't easy. Divorce is a devastating thing. It's painful. It's painful to everybody. And divorce is a death of a family. Oh, I know, you don't like that word. You don't like those words, but that's what it is. Believe me, I counsel the kids from those marriages. I can tell you, why do kids have fantasies that mom and dad will get back together? Usually, it's because a kid still believes that the two of you can get your stuff together, that you can have a healthy marriage. Most of the couples that I see say, well, Mary Jo, we think it's going to be better for the kids. Really? What would really be good for your marriage is for the two of you to work on it so you learned how to fight fair. Your kids don't like the fighting. The fighting upsets them. And if you tell your child, we're not going to fight anymore, we're going to get along, they would do anything. But that doesn't mean they want you to divorce. That doesn't mean they want the end to their family. Kids don't. Put yourself in their shoes. Make some sacrifices. You brought them into the world. It's important that you think about what you're doing and that you really begin the struggle to work it back if possible. Number 4, you can't ignore statistics. You have a 50% chance of divorce in a marriage. In a second marriage, your chance of divorce or making it is less than 25%. And if you get married a third time, well, by now you know how to do it. Who would even want that? And many times they do, because many times that third marriage is getting back together with their original partner. If there's not abuse in your relationship, really caution you with thinking divorce is going to be the easy way out, because there's nothing easy about it. And lastly, you may be trying to convince yourself you would be better off without them, without the marriage, but that's not real. That's not realistic. It's a fantasy. What you both will be better with, all the way around, financially, communication-wise, family-wise, is to work on your marriage, to find a way to get along. We know that when couples basically couldn't get divorced for at least 2 years, they were able to come to some sort of a resolution, some sort of a peace. They understood. I have worked through things that seemed insurmountable with couples, but they aren't. You just need to begin with a new environment, not a new relationship, not a new marriage. You need to begin with a new environment. And we create our environment. You co-created the one you have now, and you can co-create a healthier one, not only for you, not only for your partner, but for your children as well. And this is why I think your marriage is worth fighting for. If this video is helpful for you, I ask you please to subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much.